Hey everybody, Jay Barino here, welcome back at StarCraft Remastered. We're getting towards the end of the game, the end of the Queen of Blades campaign, so we're heading into Drawing of the Web. These missions are going to start getting noticeably longer. We're almost done. Alright, holding orbit over the planet Shakuras.
Cerebrate, it's time we return to Shakuras. I have some unfinished business with the Dark Templar matriarch, Rashagal. I'll need to steal her from her tribe before we can finally assault the Overmind on Char. However, her defenders will not simply allow us to take her away.
The pylon clusters are generating some sort of electromagnetic field that is preventing our flyers from maneuvering. We won't have any air support at all.
Then we'll need some new strategy.
Perhaps it would be best if we stage some kind of diversion, my queen, and claim the matriarch during the confusion.
What did you have in mind, Duran?
The Protoss outpost of Telematros is built upon a large mesa and is essentially impregnable to ground attacks. However, Telematros is fueled and supported by a number of adjacent pylon clusters. I believe that if we can cause a surge within those pylon clusters, we can cause Telematros power grids to overload. The resulting explosion will be the perfect cover for retrieving the matriarch.
Queen, simple, devious. I like it. Make it happen, Duran. Cerebrate, you'll provide cover for Duran as he infiltrates the pylon clusters. Let nothing stand in our way.
I completely forgot that we couldn't even make air units this map. I guess that simplifies things for us. Bring Duran to each Zerg beacon. Okay, let's go. Pretty simple start, I'd say. Let's just get this saturated, and then there's a base up here we can take, but we have to defend both. Okay, so I guess let's just take Duran and go and look around. There's really not much we can do at the beginning of these maps, to be honest. These maps are challenging enough now that it's really just focusing on surviving, getting some lurkers out. But it's not like we're going to be able to do some super mega rush in order to take a new base or something. We're simply just going to have to hold on for, you know, 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes, and then we can sweep the map. And that's how each map is going to go at this point. The next map is well known for being extremely grueling and one of the hardest maps in the game, if not the hardest. You know, tied with Omega, what have you. But to slay the beast. And that's not just in Mass Recall. Actually, I find that relative to the other maps, to slay the beast is harder in the original StarCraft than it was in Mass Recall. Not to say that I think Mass Recall, every mission is harder than its original counterpart in the way that it's designed. But I mean, I'm just saying, like, relative to the other maps, there are harder maps in Recall compared to Slay the Beast. Whereas in this instance, man, you have to go a really long way around to get over here, so we're gonna have to defend this separately. But yeah, I think to Slay the Beast and Omega are easily the two hardest maps in the original StarCraft here. Okay, so now we've got our 6th hatchery. That's just what I hotkey it to. It's not my 6th hatchery. It's hotkeyed to number 6 for me. All right, so we've got our 3rd hatchery here, and then we got to start getting some more units out here. So we probably just want to get these overlords out, and I believe the enemy's going to start hitting us with Dark Templar pretty soon. So antenna and pneumatic is going to be pneumatized carapace is going to be extremely important. So let's go ahead and get our gas set up and try to get this saturated. One thing I usually stick to is it's good to stockpile gas early because you will use it very quickly later, but you just won't use it at a fast rate now. So it's absolutely worth stocking up on. And then we just make some hydralisks here while we wait. We need a lair for lurker aspect. Doesn't really matter, I think, which one of these gets turned into our lair. Okay, so they decided to come up here first. I guess let's just cancel this. We'll wait for them to come on down here. There's a nice base up here to take that might be a little easier to defend. It's hard to say. As long as we keep our overlords relatively safe, we should be fine. And then we'll just wait for these units to make their way down to us. Okay, let's go ahead and saturate this. Yeah, I'm really getting started on these maps is the hardest part. And by the hardest, I should say. It's not super awful. I mean, Dark Templar are gonna struggle a lot against static defense. So we're doing fine here. Again, Duran helping out early game, and then we'll just head up here and retake this. And then once it finishes up, then we can easily. Once it finishes up, then we can easily get some static defense up. We might even get another hatchery over here and just put some colonies up there. We'll be fine. Okay, so we need the lair. We can just about afford it. Yeah, I mean, we can afford it now. I just wanted to make sure that we could still build this once we're ready. We had to cancel that. Not thrilled with that, but we had to do it. Yeah, missile attacks. Let's spend that gas. We can probably afford at least 2 more drones on this geyser. Meh, okay, just one. We'll see. We'll see how much overlap we get there, but metabolic boost would be nice. Just a lot of the basics. Again, like I was saying, unfortunately, the beginning of these maps all kind of boil down to the same thing, which is get some colonies out, get some lurkers out, build a bunch of Zerglings and Hydralisks, and go and try and take your first location, your second base. Now, we have 2 bases here that we could take that we don't really need an army to maintain per se. It's just, you know, the enemy moved pretty quickly towards us up there, but for the most part, shouldn't have much of a problem. It's just, you know, getting those lurkers out to defend this, and then we'll throw down a couple spore colonies. We should be fine. So, more drones. Lots and lots of drones, and then we'll set up more colonies as well. Spread the creep a little bit. Not that creep spread really matters that much in the original game. But again, it's just having all the, yeah, this is definitely oversaturated at this point. They're bumping into each other. Let's just go ahead and move these up here so that by the time they get there, they'll be up there, and then we can, by the time they get up there, they'll be up there. By the time they get up there, it will be done. Antenna for sure, and then we'll queue up pneumatized soon after. But yeah, we want to get these guys up here to just throw down a couple colonies. And then just make a lot of Hydralisks because we're going to be getting hit with large air attacks. Lurker aspect is going to be very important. We need to get that pretty much as soon as possible. Let's just throw down... I mean, where could scouts really come from? Let's just throw this down here and then get more drones. Okay, now we've got the income that we need, I'd say. We need lurker aspect. We can't really afford it. Alternatively, we can get grooved spines. It's hard to say. Again, we just have to be really judicious with our money right now. I'm in too much of a rush, honestly. I don't need to be in this much of a rush, but it's tempting. We're going to make that a spore colony. Get some Hydralisks up here. And if we can hold on up in this location, and it looks okay, good. They're attacking us down here instead, so we should be in good shape. Hell yeah, I just locked down. Yeah, attack Duran, that's fine. He can get healed. Okay. Dark Templar have some more beefiness to them than I recall. Okay, good. And then Sunken Colonies here. You're going to be a lurker eventually. Now we can get lurker aspects. Okay, and then just more drones and more Hydralisks. And we're just going to do just lots of Hydralisks and Zerglings. And again, I completely forgot that we couldn't even make... air units on this map. It's very strange to me. I did not remember that. But we want to make sure that we have lots and lots of spore colonies. It's extremely important, especially up here, because if we don't have actual Hydralisks, we're setting ourselves up for failure. Okay, cool. I think we just keep leveling up missile attacks. Hydralisks are going to be pretty much... Hydralisk Lurker is going to lead us to victory here. Eventually Ultralisk, but we're nowhere close to being able to afford them. Okay, and then, yeah, let's just get this saturated. I'd like to take this base up here, too, but it's a little too early, I'd say. It's a little risky. I mean, really, this entire first section is risky, just because you can't be sure when and where you're going to get attacked from, and you're covering a lot of different locations, so... Could really, really hurt yourself if you're not fully prepared. Yeah, let's do this. Really only need 1 or 2 lurkers. Realistically, I guess we just need overlords, realistically. Yeah, so here's a nice mineral base, and it's a lot easier to defend. We just have to push the creep up, and we can defend at the bottom of the ramp and get some spore colonies up there. So I guess let's throw this down. I'm way more likely to... I'd much rather set these hatcheries up before we invest on defending them. So that's why I'm just... That's why I'm focused right now on just... let's grab these into lurkers. We need more overlords. They're just about done. Just way more invested in getting the hatcheries built before anything else. There we go. So that's great. Grouped spines for sure. Pneumatized, we can't quite afford. We need this gas setup. Okay. So I'm kind of talking myself through these maps because it's a little scary. You know what I mean? I don't want to not focus on the maps like I was doing in earlier parts of this playthrough because, you know, I don't want to have to replay too much of these things. You know, this could turn into a disaster if we're not a little careful, at least. So, okay, lurkers, just like that. And we'll throw one down up here. Okay, that started researching. Good, good, good. Great. So let's just move some overlords up just to get some nice coverage. And now it's becoming less minerals and more gas. So now let's just throw down some Zerglings and just Zerglings Hydralisk. Might as well spend the money and let's grab a second evolution chamber. Doesn't matter where it is. Okay, I did anticipate this. Scouts are not going to get too far against sunken colonies, that's for sure. Now keep in mind, yeah, they're going to come at us from down here, and the enemy units are going to want to come and attack us elsewhere, perhaps. Okay, no problem. Get these guys up here. Muscular augments. Great, so no problem. Again, we always, always, always have to have detection with us. Absolutely. It's non-negotiable. Okay, we'll just grab another sunken colony as well. Nice. Do I even have metabolic boost? Yes, I do. Okay. So, Carapace. We're going to get our hive. And like I mentioned, there's really not much work for us to do. We can go and attack the bottom left for another base, but we don't really need it right now, to be honest. We mostly just need to saturate these bases that we have. It's not like we're in danger of losing anything here. Just getting more Hydralisks, getting more Zerglings, getting our hive, etc., will be fine. So throw this down. I might even grab another Spore Colony, as we saw, because those air attacks could be problematic if we're not absolutely ready for them. Getting a Defiler just to help us against carriers might be worthwhile. Then we just have to set up some Spore Colonies up here, and then we'll just get some Lurkers on the ramp. Okay, and then, yeah, what else? I mean, there's going to be Reavers, which is why I want to get a hive sooner rather than later, so that we can then go ahead and get some Ultralisks, because Reaver's obviously just going to tear us up. Just completely tear us up, so we have to be ready for that. Okay, and then we're just going to saturate the space. Then we can change our rally point and not worry about it. There we go. You guys don't go too far. Get mining. Okay, cool. Now I feel relatively safe. Safe enough that I could at least respond with my units if something disastrous happens. Yeah, so that's all good. This can be really strange to bring up, but my lips, they feel so strange. And let me explain, let me elaborate on that before. Okay, here come a bunch of Dark Templar back up Duran. They're gonna get tore up by Lurkers. All right, good. That was good. Make some more Lurkers. My lips feel weird. I haven't quite nailed down what happens, but every time that I've gone on long-haul travel lately, my lips end up swelling up. And not just like hivey lips. I'm talking like I'm allergic to food swelling. I forget the way, is it, angiogenic? Is that the word? That type of swelling, like below the top level of your epidermis type swelling. And it's quite unnerving, and over-the-counter medication does not work. I was taking Benadryl for quite some time, and it just was not going down. I took Zyrtec and Benadryl, and it's incredibly, incredibly uncomfortable. So I went to the doctor, and I had to get hydrocortisol, which is, like prednisone or something. I had to take, I mean, that's pretty adverse side effects for that kind of stuff. You don't want to take that stuff long term. So it's frustrating. I'm going to go to an allergist and see if it's food that's doing it. I would imagine typically if you're allergic to food, you'd get a more immediate reaction. So that's kind of my only concern, is like, why am I not seeing a more immediate reaction to this? Why is it just, it's like, I don't know, probably 8 to 10 hours after I eat whatever it is that I'm eating, and I suspect it's something on the plane, because it's happened 3 times, and I've flown on the same airline and eaten the same food, and I've tried to narrow it down and eat not the same thing that I ate the previous time, and now I'm thinking maybe it's just something as simple as the cashews. It could be. I don't know. I just don't know. Ultralist den time, baby. Let's go. Carapace. And then I'd say it's time now we just start getting a bunch of hatcheries. But anyway, yeah, it's become quite irritating. I mean, as you can imagine, that's quite irritating. But it bothers me a lot, because I wish I could narrow down exactly what's causing it, and I still don't know. Do I have an 8 heat hatchery? No, okay. I mean, I am allergic to, the only thing that's done this in the past is zucchini. which I know is related allergically to apples and carrots, which I'm very mildly allergic to, but not to the point where I can't eat them. Just like very, very, very mild face swelling, like mouth and gums. Very, very mild, again, to the point where I would still eat them. And if they're cooked, no problem at all. So zucchini, though, if I ever eat, whether it's cooked or just in a salad raw, my lips swell up like this. But they usually go down on their own after a day or two. So again, very strange. So whatever it is that I'm eating, it's got to be related to that. So I'm gonna go in for a prick test, an allergy test where they prick you with a bunch of different types of allergens, and then they measure the size of the hive that you get, basically. I've had one before, but not just for food, so I think I clearly need it now. Oh, great. Ultralisk Cavern did not start. Just build this somewhere, please. Right there is fine. All right, yeah, still just waiting for units. I guess this is what I could do is just make overlords with the money that I have. Might as well get close to maxed out, because why not? Could get another hatchery up here. Now I'm just kind of thinking, like, where do I really have space? I could maybe down here. Can I fit one here? Yeah, let's do it. Okay, and this is what I was talking. As long as we have time to react, and we do. Now, unfortunately, there's a Reaver. Gonna have to use Duran, most likely. It is risky to get him. Oh, okay, they recalled him out. I can't get down on you for that, AI. That was pretty slick. We have a huge upgrade advantage, though. Always keep that in mind. Upgrade advantage, extremely important. Okay. Ultros Cavern is still building. Oh, no, now they're back. Okay. Pieces of shit. Can we lock down one of these? Indeed we can. Oh, God. Okay, well, we can rebuild that stuff, but you can see how quickly all of our stuff just sort of melts because of that. All right, so overlords move away. We want to bring a couple overlords with us, but we don't need, like, an absurd amount. Let's start spending our money. Chitinous for sure.
I'm here.
Okay, and we're going to need just a lot of Hydralisks. We're going to need to be able to rebuild a lot of this stuff as it goes down. Okay, let's just build a few more sunken colonies here. I'll clump them up, but that just means that Reavers are going to be able to destroy them a lot easier. I know I built at least one group of Ultralisks. There they are. Two groups of Ultralisks, actually. Excuse me? Excuse me? Why were my units just not attacking? Did anyone else see that Duran Cloak? Oh my god. Okay, 8 hit points. Just back up, Duran. Okay, you're going to just stay in base. That was extremely dangerous. Holy shit. Okay, there's our Ultralisks. Now we make a wave of Hydralisks and Zerglings, and then we make it happen. Okay. Well, what would this be if it wasn't for its fun share of close calls? Because, whew, if I had to start from the beginning, I would have been mad. I would have been mad. Okay, we don't have to be mad, though. We're in good shape. Carapace level 3. Missile attacks level 2. Here comes our next group of Zerglings. We have all of our Zergling and Hydralisk upgrades. I could get something like Plague, but to be honest, I think that would be a bit superfluous. I'm just going to make ground units, because Protoss can counter all that stuff. Storm and Scarabs both go through Dark Swarm, so I don't see much of a point. Okay, that's done good, so now we just grab Ultralisk Speed, and now we want to start pushing probably over in this direction. Let's do it. Again, just make sure that we always have Overlords with us. Overlords can't pick things up, so I can just right-click and have them follow, which is nice.
Our forces are under attack.
I know there's a nice bottom left base that we can take down here, so I think I'm just going to attack over in that direction indiscriminately. Probably going to get maelstrommed along the way.
Our forces are under attack.
Thought there would be yeah, there's a Dark Archon, not a big deal. There's the, oh no, it was mind control actually. Okay, you guys just stay on the bridge. This is a fun little area that we have to push through. I swear, Dark Templar are just way beefier than I ever remember them being. But anyway, we could take out this base. We could take this base if we want. We could take it out and then take it. It really doesn't matter what we choose to do here. I think no matter what we do, we'll be fine. It's just lots and lots of Dark Templar. This will just be fewer production buildings that they're attacking us with. Then we just turn around and we go and attack. We start attacking. And I think that the enemy bases are organized in a way such that, like, each one is a different type of tech. Well, I don't know about that one. I don't know. I assume this one's like cannons. See, this one's clearly Reavers. This one is Stargates. I don't know what this one would be, but one of them's probably like Templar or something. Anyway, we're taking this base, and this is like a real nice base to have, so if we want to just go and take this and saturate it, it's one new area that we have to hold on to, though, which is a pain in the ass. As you can see, our Ultralisks really made this happen. Oh, good God. Okay, so, unfortunately, we're just going to suicide into these things. We have no real good option here. We just got to get on top of them. We're going to lose all these Hydralisks that we just built. Let's just go ahead and make Zerglings, maybe more Ultralisks. As I said, gonna lose everything. We could cloak Duran and go and kill it. Okay. And once again, hatred of Reavers exists because they don't have to face the downsides of using them. They don't have to worry about building those scarabs. They don't care about money. Anyway, so now we just want to rebuild all that stuff. I don't know if they'll continue to... I don't know if they'll continue to attack in this direction if we take this base. I'm going to assume they will. Okay, let's see if we can get a drone over here to build this. Now, obviously, the more we take out, the better, but the enemy does build from the middle, and then they drop stuff on you, which is interesting. There's probably... I think there's a brown base somewhere, but I don't know exactly where it is. Okay, so let's go and snag the first one. Just go and sit over here. How are we doing here? Here's Carrier. Okay. Hydralisks, just move on in and attack here. Hydralisks, Hydralisks, oh my god. Control click them, that's fine. They recall them out, which is really cool. Duran's still in danger. Okay, we probably gotta resaturate this base. Dark Templar, I assume? I hear myself getting attacked, but I don't see... No, I see him. He's there. Okay. So let's come on over here. Send these guys up. We always need to be leaving stuff at home, basically, to defend us. Always, always, always. Okay. And there's Dark Templar everywhere, so just leave these guys here. We don't need a huge force to start attacking our way through this stuff. Yeah, recall now, you asshole. Perfect. Okay. These drones were not meant to be going this way. That's for this area, please. Okay, Duran, why don't we cloak you just in case? We'll walk you up here. Might as well use your energy for something. And then we'll go to the upper left so we can keep that area pretty locked down. Because Duran's going, it's going to be... locked down, am I right? My god, I'm killing it today. Talking about swollen lips. Quality content. Okay. So, there's a nice base over there. I'm not going to bother with that. Let's just go up here next.
Pylon cluster set to overload.
Pylon cluster set to overload. That's not how he sounds, like at all. Okay, can we get out of here, please?
Our forces are under attack.
The enemy is extremely upset with us.
You got it. How can I be of service?
Let's get Duran down here. Now we got all these drones, which is nice.
Our forces are under attack.
It's not Duran, is it? No, he's fine. Okay. You guys just turn around. Okay, come back. Oh, no, never mind. They're fine. Decloak Duran. Why don't we just stay here for a brief moment while we rebuild our forces? Got a boatload of hatcheries now, which is great. And then we've got this. Please go away. Please. So many Dark Templar everywhere, always.
What do you need?
Realistically, we just need a bunch of colonies to deal with that, but we're not quite in the position to yet. So let's just scout out a little bit and see which direction we need to go. It looks like this is the direction we need to go. That's the area we're definitely going to go to next. We just got to make sure that we always have enough stuff at home, which just means a big clump of Hydralisks, I suppose. And there they are. We've got our big clump of Hydralisks. I feel very safe. Never got +3. Is that just a Dark Templar just walking around like an asshole? Okay, so let's send over more Overlords, and let's build more Overlords while we're at it. And Zergling flooding is definitely a fine option. It'll make Reavers run out of Scarabs and stuff like that, so I'm comfortable with that type of strategy. And then, are we mined out anywhere? Pretty much. We can just come on over here. Okay, so Overlords just follow some of these units. And let's go.
I'm here.
Overlords keep going. There's Duran. Let's save in case he gets sniped. Not like the AI is going to snipe him, I should say, because I'm lazy and I'm just attacking with him. Also, I like to include my heroes. A lot of people don't. They leave their heroes to sit around and then clean the whole map and then move in with them whenever they need to after. I think it's kind of lame. I prefer if the Dark Archon actually took something, but I don't think he will. Okay, here we go. We're in. I'd almost rather have an Ultralisk mind controlled than get Maelstrommed on the ramp. Okay, good work. We already made it in. This one's done. And I don't think... Do we have to go all the way up and around for the rest? I don't remember. Let's go check it out. Yeah, it looks like we can go down and around. We're going to have to do it with just this group, though, keep in mind. Actually, can we even get up here from this direction? Yes, okay, we definitely can. Okay, so everybody regroup up in this direction. So many Dark Templar. I mean, you haven't really had to face Dark Templar prior to this mission, so this is like what that's meant to be. It's supposed to force you to figure it out. Okay, so that is so many Reavers. Ah, okay, we distracted one of his shots. Nice, okay. We're alive? Yep, okay, that's expected. All of you. Duran is down here. Okay, good. Okay, that's all cleaned up. This is all done. And attack. Just go, just go. These areas, other than the Reaver one, I don't think we're going to be too concerned about pushing our way up here. As long as the Overlords are there. Lots and lots of Scouts and Corsairs does not concern me. We could even lock some of them down if we want to make better use of Duran, but honestly, I don't think we have to. Lots and lots of observers here, too. Why are there so many observers? Interesting to see them all blow up there. Wait, is there even a... Oh, okay. I was like, is there even a beacon in this area? Indeed there is.
Island cluster set to overload.
It's weird. Every time he goes on the beacon, it makes the sound of an Archon merge. And then I go and look, and there's an Archon there. And so it kind of confuses me.
I'll take care of it.
Like, is it because the Archon is merging at that moment, or is it because that's the sound that it makes? I don't know. I don't know. Let's just leapfrog our way back. Oh my god. So many goddamn High Templar, or Dark Templar. They're so irritating. Okay. Get back here.
How can I be of service?
Duran as well. Kill this final Zealot. I'm not even destroying all the buildings. It doesn't matter. We're blowing up like their entire capital by doing this. Spoilers. Okay, so the final areas, we'll make some more Ultralisks and Hydralisks, and honestly, we're going to need a lot of Ultralisks. We got to push up into that Reaver section. I suspect this one will be pretty easy. It's this one up here that's annoying, only because I assume it's the Reaver area. This Zealot really, really wants to get home. Okay, so now we just attack way over here. Overlords, I want you to float here and then over. And then all my ground units just auto-attack your way around. This is also tricky because you don't have air units, you can't circumvent most of this map. It makes sense that you can't have air units because you're not supposed to fly into the middle of the map. Because even though, oh no, we can't get to Telematros because our air units are all fucked up, because that would make this map incredibly easy when you think about it. Okay, I think all the stuff that's spawning is going the other direction. We want to rally up here. Yeah, okay. I made all those Ultralisks. I know I did. Okay. Doesn't really matter what's happening in this location. I doubt they're going to attack over there anymore, but you might get the errant group of Dark Templar or something. So let's just set up a little more defense. Not that I need it, because I'm pretty sure I could win with the group that I have. Like I said, you get to a point where you're just starting to sweep the map. Even something like to slay the beast. And we'll see how it goes next time. But it's always a little... I mean, you start getting hit with... In this map, like you get hit with a couple groups of Reavers or something, and you go, oh god, I was so close to losing. But once you get over that hump, in terms of economy and able to macro, it doesn't really matter what you do after that. It just becomes kind of a joke. The rest of my stuff, I'm going to start rallying up here, and then Duran just walk to the beacon. I think my overlords made it. Yeah, we gotta just make sure we bring these with us. I'm surprised we haven't even hurt ourselves getting hit with Dark Templar yet. And then Duran just keep coming on up here. Okay, just get there. Just get there, Duran. Yep, that's definitely him going on the beacon. It seems like it spawns an Archon each time you do it, or that's just been a bizarre coincidence. I'm honestly not sure. Okay, as you can see, oh, actually we managed to push through. There were some Reavers up there, but it looks like we're alive. Seems like we got rid of their major Dark Templar production area, so we seem to be in good shape. And then we'll bring Duran, but don't go up that ramp with him until we're absolutely ready to, because good lord, we're gonna get smoked by Reavers. We could probably just cloak him and walk on the beacon, unless there's an observatory up there, and I don't think there is. Okay, and we've done it. Not too bad of a map, obviously. Like when you get hit with that first carrier or that first group of Reavers, it's a little scary. But again, once you hit that point of no return, this type of composition is going to absolutely smoke everything. Yeah, it's weird. They're like coincidentally responding with Archons every single time we make our way up here.
This cluster is ready to overload.
There we go. That's all we needed to do.
Last charge is set. Telematros will explode on your command.
Very well. Cerebrin, send my minions down to the planet and have them retrieve the matriarch. Duran, ignite the charges.
Ignition commencing. Of course.
Boom! How sad. Alright, we've done it. Here's hoping my lips feel better. I haven't ever had an allergy to cashews before. It's like the only thing on the plane that I ate that I could even imagine that I might be, though. Maybe it's like a different cashew from somewhere else in the world. I don't know. Anyway, we've done it. Elapsed time's still kind of wonky. We'll see if that gets fixed. But it just kind of throws me off every time I finish these maps. Because I think, there's no way I did that in 16 minutes. And then I think about it, and I think maybe. And then I think, no, absolutely not. So I wish they would just fix that for the campaign at least. All right, this has been Jay Barino. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye now.